Are you doing any kind of marketing to generate real estate leads? Then this show is for you. We're going to be covering exactly what it is that we do to pre-qualify them so you know what leads you should be actually pursuing and which ones you should probably put on the little back burner and follow up later. The whole goal is to move faster and not waste time. So let's get into this show. This is John Barbera with an investor's journey, bringing you real tips and strategies on how it is that you can get started investing in real estate the right way. We don't do any fluff. We're not showing you any cool cars or any of that bullshit.
See you out here in your daddy's car. Don't be somber. This should look good.
It's directly exactly what's going to help you be successful in real estate. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. All right, there's a lot of people that, they have different thoughts about pre-qualifying leads. So I'm actually going to break down exactly which ones you should be, which ones you shouldn't be. And if you stick to the end, I will give you a way to get the scripts that we use to pre-qualify our own leads. So make sure you stick around to the end. So what seller leads are the ones that you want to pre-qualify, that you want to make sure you're pre-qualifying so you're not wasting your time, right? Any cold lead. So if you're doing cold calling, SMS blasts, RVMs, anything that you're reaching out to these people cold, those are the ones that you want to spend more time pre-qualifying, because it's not always that, they want to sell or they want to sell at that moment. So you want to make sure that you're doing and asking the right questions so you're not wasting your time. But then you also have the leads that you don't want to pre-qualify. There are leads that you shouldn't pre-qualify. And these are your warm to hot leads. These are the ones that are coming through direct mail, your website, maybe, a referral. So any lead that's actually coming to you, that's already showing a level of motivation, right? They're already interested. They're reaching out to you. Those are the ones that we don't do much work of pre-qualifying because they're coming to us. So in our head, it's like, hey, you know what we do. You're coming to us. That means that you're motivated. So we want to go ahead and pursue and close the deal on that. The same with online leads or referrals. Anything like that, we don't waste too much time pre-qualifying. We get right after them. And then foreclosures. If you're doing any kind of foreclosure marketing, there's a big motivation there. They're about to lose their home. Don't waste too much time. Set the appointment, go to the appointment, get it done. So you are doing anything else that's not direct mail or something like that, and you want to actually pre-qualify them, then the one thing that you are looking for, the only thing you're looking for is motivation. Now, I know this seems simple. You're like, of course, motivation. They want to sell. But you got to dig deeper than that. You understand? Like them wanting to sell, or them saying, yeah, I want to sell, is not enough, because that's not telling you a time frame. That's not telling you, why they want to sell. Is it that they need to, or is it that they would like to? You understand? That's where a lot of investors are wasting so much time, is going after people that are, thinking about it, would like to see an offer, are curious, they never thought about it before. All of these are time wasters for you. They're huge time wasters. So you don't want to be doing that. You want to go deep. You want to dig deep. What is their true motivation? I want to sell. But why do you want to sell? You understand? What's that reason that you're looking to sell? Do you need to sell? Do you need to move? Is the house falling apart? Do you need to relocate? Are you falling behind on your bills? Like, what is it that's causing you to want to sell? If that need isn't there, then a lot of what you're going to be doing is wasting time. Now, if you're not killing it, I'm talking about you are not making, the number of deals that you want to be hitting every month, you're not making the kind of money you want to be making, then as soon as you figure out that there is motivation, set the appointment, period. That's it. No more going forward, no more asking any more questions. You found out that they're motivated, they do need to sell, you set the appointment, you go to the appointment. That's it. You don't have any other excuse. You have no deals. You understand? You don't have anything that you can say, let me be a little pickier with this. No, you don't. Wasting your time, you're not making any money. You got to do something. You got to go to these. You don't have enough experience to know whether or not you're wasting your time or not. So once you are past that point, then you want to go ahead and this is a point that we use a lot. We're getting a decent amount of deals every month. So we actually do take the time now to pre-qualify them on the phone. And we do this by asking the following questions. And these questions are catered to their motivation, right? So depending on the level of their motivation and what it is the kind of questions I'm going to ask. So, but typically what I'm trying to do is get enough information where I can give them an offer, a verbal offer over the phone, and see if we're even in the ballpark. Are we even in the neighborhood of discussing a deal here, right? Because even though I've dealt with people that are motivated, supposedly, right? They're motivated, they need to sell. And then all of a sudden, we tell them where they need to be at, and we are 60 grand apart from where they want to be at. So, those things, it's like, well, this is just going to take time. This is going to take time for me to like keep working them, following up. They're going to shop it around a little bit more. They're going to start seeing what the real values are. So those are the things that I'm trying to avoid going to those properties. I'm trying to avoid going there, but I'm still building enough credibility and enough trust between us that we keep a dialogue going for when they are ready to come down to a more reasonable price, we can go ahead and talk then. So in order to submit an offer over the phone, I love asking this question is, when was the last time? So I've said this before in plenty of podcast episodes before, and I'll link some of them below. But when was the last time gives you that opportunity to understand the real quality and conditions of the home. When was the last time you updated your roof? When was the last time you updated the kitchen, the bathrooms, the floor? You painted the house? When was the last time you updated the air conditioning, the water heater? You understand? When you ask these questions, you want to get detailed time frames, and what you're, depending on where you are and what neighborhood you're targeting, anything over 3 years, you're probably going to have to update again. But if you're in a hot market like we're in, anything over 10 years, maybe you're going to have to update. So it all depends. But by you knowing this, by them telling you, well, I haven't done this since I moved in. All right, well, you can simply see when it is that they bought their home. You can see that on any county website. And you can say, okay, it's been at least 10, 15, 20 years since this has happened. No, I haven't done that. No, I haven't done this. So now you're getting a good idea. It's like, all right, based on the comps, based on everything, I'm going to have to update, at least cosmetic update, at least these things, so you start asking, you start getting a lot more information that you're able to work with when you're compiling that offer. Once you have gotten through, when was the last time you've asked all your questions about that, all the things through the house, and you got a good idea, what I like to ask them, well, how quickly are you looking to move? This is another step to determining their level of motivation. If they say, well, honestly, I can move next week. Okay, that's great. Or if they tell me, well, I don't know, I haven't considered it, or maybe I'm thinking in at least, 4 to 6 months, that's going to vary how I'm going to approach it moving forward. Because I'm not going to try to, move too fast and go see the property and everything if they have no real reason to sell right now. And even when they tell me, I'm not looking to sell for another 4 or 6 months, I poke a little harder. I want you to dig deeper. Remember, with the motivation, 4 or 6 months, what do you think is going to be different in 4 or 6 months? Like, what are you waiting for? Are you needing time to find something else? Are you waiting because of a job? Like, what's the reason 4 or 6 months? Because sometimes they're just say 4 or 6 months because they're procrastinating. They don't want to deal with it. And if that's the case, anybody else that comes in after you that actually knows how to negotiate, they're going to snatch that up, because I come in and I'm going to tell them how easy it is to move, how quickly they can move, how much we can help them in doing all this. We can find you movers. We can find you your next place. We can do all that for you. So now the whole process of moving just became that much easier. So you got to figure out why it is that time frame they're giving you, so you understand whether they have that real motivation or not. But what you want to know is, how quickly are you looking to move? And if it's fast, great. That's exactly what we specialize in. We specialize in closing quickly. Another question I like asking is, what is that price point that you're looking for that could help you make this decision right away and we can go ahead and move forward? A lot of times they don't know. They have no price point. But we want to get that out because there are a lot of times there are a few times that they do have a price in mind. And I've been dealing with a seller recently where she has a price that she wants for her house because she feels that she's put way too much money into this house and she wants something back for it, right? We are literally $100,000 apart. And it's her reality versus my reality, right? So I'm not wasting time though going to see the house and doing all this and everything. It's all over the phone. I'm just working her over the phone because I know her price point. And her price point. I know her pain, and I know my price point. So I need her to come down drastically. I need her to meet me. You understand? So I'm working her little by little. I got a price point. I understand. I'm not going to be wasting my time in person anytime soon because at that drastic of a difference, you're not going to nail it down on the appointment. It's too much of a difference. You understand? It's too big of a spread. You need them to come down. Now, if we were to be within, let's say 10 to 20 grand difference, and I'm talking about, let's say a property under 300 grand. If what I need to be at and what they need to be at is a $10,000, $20,000 difference, I'll make the appointment. Given that the motivation is there, I'll make the appointment because at a $10,000, $20,000 difference, I can negotiate that down. I can see and for myself and see like, is there any other place that I can actually squeeze that out of, the renovations or the repairs or any of these things that I can make a judgment for. But anything over that, it's too much of a spread. I'm not wasting my time going to that property. I don't need to. You understand? We have plenty of deals. We have enough inventory. We're locking up contracts consistently. Like, we're fine. We're doing very well. I don't need to waste my time or my acquisition manager's time going after those projects. And that's pretty much it. I mean, once I know what the conditions of the home is and I know what their motivation is, the time frame they're looking to sell in, I know all these things. I've submitted a verbal offer. We're within the ballpark. Sometimes I don't submit the verbal offer, right? Sometimes if they give me a price that is close to what I would be submitting an offer at, I don't even say it over the phone. I just set up an appointment. I just go ahead. I'm like, because I know that we're close. So it's like, yeah, I think I can make that work. So I'll set the appointment now. Let's go in person. And in person, I can connect with you better. We can walk through the property. We can do a lot. We can build a lot more rapport in person and get that deal locked up. So, but the whole process of this is I want to pre-qualify them. Because if not, you will be wasting a tremendous amount of time going to properties that are never going to amount to anything. There was just no motivation. They had an astronomical figure in their head. They, or maybe it was so retail ready that it's like, why would they come down? So you have all these things that all the time that you're going to be wasting driving to the property, looking at it, talking to them, wasting all the time, driving back. You're killing so much time of your day that you could be calling, you could be following up with other people, you can be actually pursuing properties that can close. And that's the whole game. That's the whole point of everything that we do is you got to get through the bad ones fast so you can get to all the good ones faster. You understand? So it's volume, it's speed, especially when you're marketing. It's speed. When you're cold calling, everything. You want to move faster. You want to get through all the no's as quickly as possible because there's always a yes. There's always a yes. But if you get through the no's so slowly because you're wasting so much time analyzing these properties, running comps on this one, running comps on that one. I don't run comps unless I know that you're looking to sell quickly. You understand? Because I'm not trying to spend that time running comps on somebody that's like, yeah, I might be looking to sell in 6 months. Okay, well, I'll run comps in 6 months. You understand? I'm not going to run comps right now. I'm not going to waste my time running comps, running all this, doing all this. For what? It's not going anywhere. You understand? So you want to make sure you take the time. But like I said before, if it's a direct mail piece or they came in through our website or it was a referral, then I'm not wasting any time trying to pre-qualify them. If they came in through a direct mail piece, like, hey, I got your letter. I mean, our marketing is very specific. It's very targeted. So you're not going to be calling me wanting to do a listing. You're going to be calling me because you have a property that you are highly motivated to sell. That's why you're calling me. That's why you're reaching out to me. So I don't need to know anything else. You got it. You took it upon yourself to reach out to me. That's all I need. I'm all I need is I answer the phone. Hey, I got your letter, and I wanted to talk to you about selling my house. Sure. What's the address? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Are you there in the next 10 minutes, 20 minutes? When can we meet? That's it. That's literally the script I have. I want to meet you now. Now when it's convenient for me, when it's convenient for them. I want to meet as soon as possible because chances are my letter isn't the only one that they received. And whoever makes it to the property first has the best chance at closing it. You understand? I've done that plenty of times. I get there before other wholesalers. Guess what? I'm under contract and they're not. You understand? So those, don't waste time, pre-qualifying, move fast. You get it, set the appointment, go to the appointment. Anything else you're doing cold marketing, take the time, figure out the motivation, dig deep on the motivation, try to get that real pain point, that real issue of why they wanted to sell. And then ask these questions to see, okay, you have motivation. This is where we need to be. We're talking in the same realm. All right, now I can set up an appointment, go, and chances are that you're going to lock them up. So that's my advice for you guys. I hope it helps. Like I said before, there is scripts that I can share with you guys. If you just simply text scripts, the word scripts, to 210-794-9898, you will get the scripts that we're using right now. And they're pretty extensive. So you can, because it depends on the conversation and everything, you want to switch around how you're going to respond. But it has all the questions, everything in there. So you can at least go through them, use them, don't use them, get an idea, whatever you want. But check them out. It will give you a great help. Also, there's more videos up here on how to speak to sellers, negotiating, and everything like that. And we have a lot more training down here that you can check out. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.